Remember when 20-year-old Hayden Panettiere started dating world boxing champion Wladimir Klitschko, who is 13 years her senior? They do. Just a quick warning about this one. We're going to be talking about substance use and domestic violence, so if those are tough topics for you, please feel free to scroll on, and I'll see you in the next one. It was 2008 when 19-year-old Hayden met 32-year-old Wladimir at a party. She said to him, "You're huge." He replied, "You're tiny." There's a 1.5 foot height difference to go with that 13-year age difference. Hayden, however, was still dating Milo Ventimiglia, but after the pair split in 2009, she began stepping out with Wladimir. Hayden had said that she had never made the choice to date older men. She was just drawn to people who made her up her game. She also said, "I want to be with somebody who is more worldly than me, somebody who can give me guidance and is completely secure and comfortable with who they are." The pair had a long-distance romance, which ended in May of 2011. Hayden said that even though we've decided splitting up is the best for both of us, we have an amazing amount of love and respect for each other and remain very close friends. She then dated NFL player Scotty McKnight for a year, but picked back up again with Wladimir in February of 2013. Reports came out that March that the pair had secretly gotten engaged. Hayden had been spotted around town with a sizable diamond on that finger, but didn't confirm their engagement until October when she appeared on Live with Kelly and Michael. Hayden had been wearing a live snake on the show when Kelly said, "I'm sort of distracted, not just by the snake, but there's a very large diamond ring on your ring finger. I'm not sure if you want to announce anything. Does that signify anything? Is that a promise of something?" "It might be. I mean, I think it speaks for itself," Hayden replied. "Are you engaged?" Kelly asked. "I am," Hayden said. That December, they bought a home in Nashville, which is where Hayden was filming her show, appropriately named Nashville. Hayden said that Wladimir fit in anywhere. He's a very worldly man. The pair also traveled to Ukraine to support Vladimir's brother Vitaly, who is the mayor of Kyiv. The following May, Hayden announced that given the instability in Ukraine where Vladimir's family lived, they had put their wedding plans on hold. But they didn't put their plans for expanding their family on hold, as news broke in June that the pair were expecting a fetal collab. They welcomed daughter Kaya Earthside that December. The following year, Hayden opened up about her struggles with postpartum depression. She appeared on Live with Kelly and Michael that September and opened up about her mental health, saying that you don't realize how broad of a spectrum you can really experience that on. It's something that needs to be talked about. Women need to know that they're not alone and that it does heal. In May of 2016, she checked herself into a facility to help her work through her postpartum depression. That July, rumors swirled that the couple were on the outs when Hayden was photographed without her ring. "Missing rings don't mean the end of relationships," she posted, which, true. A few months later, the couple showed up to Art Basel together. Yes, I know that's not how it's pronounced, and yes, I do it to make you mad. Onlookers said that they looked happy and in love, while sources close to the couple said that Hayden loves Wladimir, but that it's frustrating that he has to travel around the world for his career while she has to stay in Nashville for hers. It would be frustrating for anyone. But then in August of 2018, Hayden was spotted holding hands with a man who was very much not Wladimir. Her mother confirmed that the couple were donezo. Big changes were abound for Hayden as she began dating Brian Hickerson. Nashville ended, and she sold her home in Nashville and moved back to LA. And while sources said that Hayden and Wladimir were constantly getting back together and to not rule them out, Hayden was like, "Not on my watch," and took Brian home to meet her family that October. The same month, it was reported that Hayden had been partying pretty hard. Photos had surfaced of her vomiting over the railing at an LA bar. The actress had been indulging in Long Island iced teas before being cut off and then running away from Brian barefoot. People close to Hayden were concerned for her. They felt that Wladimir had been a calming presence, and now that he was gone, she was spiraling out of control. I'm sure it didn't help that when the two split, he took their daughter to Ukraine with him. Hayden said that she let Kaya go with her father so that she could take care of herself and ultimately be a good mom to her daughter. What she didn't know was that once Wladimir was in Ukraine, he intended on asking for full custody of their daughter. She was under the impression that she would fly back and forth visiting Kaya, but once she was presented with custody papers, she realized that she was limited in what she could do given the power and influence that Wladimir and his brother had. So she signed them and gave Wladimir full custody. In May of 2019, Brian was arrested on a domestic violence charge for harming Hayden. While she never commented, sources close to the couple said that he had been a bad influence from the beginning and that her friends and family weren't happy with their relationship. The media started referring to him as her bad news boyfriend. And they weren't wrong. Of course, he refuted the statement, saying that her friends and family weren't worried about her at all. "Hayden is happy and healthy, and so is our relationship." Sure, Brian. That's why the judge issued a protective order and told you not to go within 100 yards of her, right? He pled not guilty. Are you surprised? And the case was eventually dismissed that September due to a lack of a material witness. But then he was arrested again on February 14th, 2020, and was charged with domestic battery and interference with a police officer. Reports showed that he had allegedly hit Hayden with a closed fist on the right side of her face. He again allegedly pled not guilty to the charges. Surprise, surprise. But then, that June, Hayden filed a criminal complaint against him, and he was arrested in July for 8 charges stemming from incidents between May 2019 and January 2020. One of those charges was for dissuading a witness, wherein he attempted to prevent and dissuade Hayden from talking about what he had done to her. Hayden made a statement saying, "I'm coming forward with the truth about what happened to me with the hope that my story will empower others in abusive relationships to get the help they need and deserve. I am prepared to do my part to make sure this man never hurts anyone again. I'm grateful for my support system, which helped me find the courage to regain my voice and my life." It's never just pancakes, Brian. This time he pled no contest to felony counts of injuring a partner and served 13 days in jail. He's on probation until this year. In 2022, Wladimir enlisted in the reserves to fight for Ukraine, and Hayden confirmed that Kaya is not in the country during the war. She also opened up about what had been going on in her life around the time of their split. She said that she had been battling an ongoing alcohol and opioid addiction that had led her to being hospitalized for jaundice. She eventually went to rehab for 8 months to get sober. She said of her struggles that, "I don't regret even the ugliest things that have happened to me. I feel incredibly accomplished, and I feel like I have a second chance." She told People that regarding her abusive relationship with Brian that none of it is okay, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that, but I am open to people who are willing to get help and make amends. He's gone to treatment and done his time, and I'm trying to live in a place of forgiveness. Unfortunately, things took a dark turn in 2024. Hayden had continued to have an on-again, off-again relationship with Brian. The two had resurfaced as a couple in 2022 when Brian was videoed in a brawl in LA where Hayden was shown trying to pull him away from the fight. That October, fans began to speculate that Hayden was no longer sober after she appeared in an interview, slurring her words and appeared to not be able to keep her eyes open. Hayden said it was from exhaustion and that she was struggling with the subject matter. She had been discussing her daughter as well as the 2023 passing of her brother Jansen. It turned out, though, that her family was also worried for her well-being. Enough that one family member traveled to LA where they removed Brian from her home and sent Hayden back to rehab. Considering the fact that Hayden has been actively working since the age of 5, I hope she's taking the time to take care of herself and seeking out the support that she needs and also deserves. Too many child stars get chewed up and spit out by the machine. It would be nice if she wasn't another casualty. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this one as much as you could, given the content. If you did, please save it and share it with your friends. It really helps spread the word of the Cultimics. Also, if you want to let the world know about the cult that you belong to, there are stickers, we have bookmarks and pins for now. Grab them while you can. Good day, and may the cult be with you.